Ah, man. Another beautiful day to go and get it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Look, I was working on this SUV in here. I'm doing a little audio today. It's not something that I do, but it's something that I can do. And every now and again, it's nice to get a break from what I always do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I was thinking back, man, to working out of that little shop and all the excuses that I used to tell myself as to why I couldn't be an entrepreneur, why I couldn't start my own business. And I spent more time trying to dig up excuses than I did actually trying to strategize how to use what I already have. And once I shifted my perspective from, okay, it's not that it can't be done, it's I may have to do more to get it done, but I can still make it happen, right? And once I switched my perspective from feeling limited to, okay, maybe I just got to work a little harder, that's when things started to happen. Like that's how I was able to take 360 square feet and produced over $350,000 worth of window tint and audio work out of that small space. Like once I stopped making excuses and was like, okay, look, here's the deal. It's gonna be harder for you than it is for someone else. Period. But it doesn't make it impossible. And once I was okay with that part of it, because let's face it, right? The majority of people are looking for a quick buck. The majority of people are looking for the easiest way to get things done. And not saying that that's not valuable at some point. You know, once I developed a strategy, of course, efficiency and speed was very, very important to me. But in the very beginning, the mistakes that I think entrepreneurs make, and you know, it doesn't even have to be your full time hustle, but I think the mistakes that we make is trying to run with the guys who have been in it for a very long time in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just go in the gym and expect to bench 315. Like that's something you have to work up to. Like you can't just get into business and expect to make money your first year. I see that all the time. And that ultimately, when I can tell that they're chasing a dollar, inevitably I know how that's going to end up. They're gonna, it's not gonna come as fast as they need it to, and they're gonna fizzle out, right? So the main thing is trying to change that perspective. And I'm kind of thinking through this right now because I'm always thinking, you know, so while I'm working, I'm looking around and I'm thinking about where I started and thinking about how things used to be and thinking about how difficult things used to be to get stuff like this done. And like the smallest things for me were very difficult just because number one, I didn't have a lot of space. I didn't have the money for the right tools, so I was having to make do with what I had, right? And at first, I felt like that was punishment almost. Like I almost felt like God was punishing me, but in the grand scheme of things, what he was really doing was making me more resourceful. He was making me more diverse. You know what I mean? Because now when I run into a situation where I'm like, oh, damn, that's not going to work, my brain automatically goes boom, 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 boom. All right, here's what we can do. Because I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start with very little and have to build from nothing, when things crumble just a tad bit, you don't fold. And that's where the beginning stages are extremely valuable. So look, shift your perspective from it's not impossible. How can I get it done? What other way can I get this done? And just be okay with the extra work. The extra work makes you bulletproof, right? The extra work and the harder it is, it just makes you that much more resilient than the next entrepreneur. Man, that's beautiful. Like I would not take, I wouldn't change anything. All the hot days, all the cold days, all the times where my hands just hurt because I didn't have power tools at the time. I just couldn't afford power tools. And, you know, I wouldn't change none of it. Now, granted, I have some aches and pains probably in my hands on certain days that remind me of those times. And, you know, it would be nice to have been able to kind of skip the wear and tear on my hands. But at the same time, again, those hard times bulletproofed my mentality. Because when things don't go exactly right, I'm not throwing anything across the shop. Like, I'm not folding under pressure because I've been there. I started there. That's real. Anyway, let me get back to work. Like I said, don't be afraid of extra work in the beginning. It will pay off. It will make you more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm out of here. Much love. I hope this helps somebody. And real talk, I hadn't been on my YouTube channel in quite a while, but if this video brought value to you, yo, smash that subscribe button. You know, like the video, comment. Like, let's go back and forth. Like, I know there are entrepreneurs out there who are struggling with some of the same things that I've already went through. And if I can help, I'm more than willing. Look, much love. I'm out.